Rappers are speculating that NBA YoungBoy may have cooperated with authorities to secure an early release from prison. It was recently announced that YoungBoy has been released from federal custody, with reports suggesting he was either transferred to a halfway house or sent home. Shortly after his release, he was seen on a FaceTime call with Aiden Ross, confirming that he is now home. DJ Academics also shared details about his release, stating, "Spoke to YoungBoy's manager, he's home spending time with family. He has a 30-day curfew and must stay at a designated location. Be patient, the tour is locked in. YoungBoy fans, get ready, 2025 is his year." However, some rappers remain skeptical about how he was released so quickly. No Jumper reported that famous Richard accused YoungBoy of cooperating with federal authorities, stating, "YoungBoy is working with the feds." An Instagram post further fueled speculation, reading YoungBoy is telling, "This is his third time getting released from the feds within 4 years on new charges. You can't serve just 10 months of a 23-month sentence. My first offer was 5 years for a firearm charge that wasn't even mine. YoungBoy is definitely working with the police. He's probably the reason Smirk is locked up." Adding to the speculation, fans recently surfaced a video of YoungBoy walking around in Attached to the video is another tweet that adds to the speculation, stating, "Honestly, I kind of believe it too. The timing, the energy, the way things are playing out, it's all looking a little too convenient. Wouldn't be the first time someone played both sides in this game. You never really know who's working with who. Gotta watch everything. To understand whether YoungBoy cooperated or not, it's important to revisit the moments leading up to his release. When he appeared in court, for sentencing, a YoungBoy fan somehow managed to hack into the court's Zoom call and loudly shouted,
"Free Wap, man. Free Wap." Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay?
No. Free Wap.
Alright, Mr. Gaulden's case has already been called. He's done with court today, for those of you interested. Everyone, keep yourselves muted. Free Wap. Free Wap.
YoungBoy entered the courtroom with a smile on his face, likely uplifted by the support of his fans just minutes earlier. However, YoungBoy did something interesting as he entered the courtroom. He signed a legal document certifying that he understands English but has only an 8th grade education. But did you know there's still a chance he could return to jail? Court records reveal that on March 10, 2021, YoungBoy was arrested and charged with firearm possession by a convicted felon and possession of an unregistered firearm. At the time, he was outside filming a music video with friends, who were blasting loud music, dancing, and waving firearms in the air. A concerned woman down the street noticed the scene, became worried, and called 911. When police arrived, they immediately recognized YoungBoy and detained him.
Today at court, the body cam footage of the officer who put the cuffs on YoungBoy back in September during that music video. The cop comes right up to him, whatever, he puts the cuffs on him. And then YoungBoy's reaction is kind of hilarious. I thought it might be interesting for y'all. He was like, "Yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me?" That's what he was calling the cop. He was calling the cop big dog. He's like, "Big dog, you up right now. I didn't do nothing. You can search me. I got nothing on me." Cop doesn't listen. Cop puts him in and the whole time YoungBoy's like, yo, man, what you doing, man? Big dog, why? And it really goes to show you a lot about this case. YoungBoy didn't think he did anything wrong. He didn't think that they were going to go and start taking footage from music videos and said, "You held the music video and you're a felon and that's a federal felony and you're going to face 3 to 5 years." No, and it really shows you that these federal laws, as applied to kids like NBA YoungBoy from the hood, are extremely unfair and extremely punitive, and we need to take a good, long look on what's going on there.
With YoungBoy in handcuffs, his videographer attempted to delete all evidence of him holding a firearm. Unfortunately for them, the police acted quickly and confiscated the footage, giving federal authorities clear video evidence of YoungBoy in possession of a firearm. His lawyers tried to argue that the police had seized the camera illegally, but the argument didn't hold up in court, allowing the footage to be used against
on NBA YoungBoy. He lost the appeal with the federal appeals court. He can take it up to the Supreme Court. What happened? So the federal judge, the lower court, ruled in his favor. She said that the video of him holding what looks like to be is suppressed. can't be used at trial against him. The way you guys obtained it, you violated his constitutional rights. Now, the government went to the Fifth Circuit, United States Court of Appeals. The Fifth Circuit said, you know what? We have a different decision, and we're going to say that the government can use that evidence. It is going to be allowed in the case.
Realizing the case wasn't going in YoungBoy's favor, his lawyers knew a plea deal was his best option. After some time in court, an offer finally came through. But before signing off on the deal, there was a heartfelt moment. Reports say the judge gave YoungBoy an encouraging message, acknowledging how his addiction had robbed him of his talent and potential. The judge then wished him the best of...
Mr. Gaulden, I've seen so many times that good men and women who have a lot of talent and potential, that they can be robbed of that potential when they start to really struggle with their addiction. So I don't want that for you. You seem like a very talented young man. I'm hoping in your future that once you're done with your federal prison time, that you can be really successful on federal probation and have a really bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life. Best of luck to you, Mr. Gaulden.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. Okay, excuse me.
You may.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you all.
With YoungBoy receiving a 23-month sentence for his crimes, it seemed like he would be out of the spotlight for a long time. However, his lawyer did an impressive job. In a text message, he stated, "I wrapped up YoungBoy's case. He got 23 months, but because of the way we worked it with credit from another case, he should be out in 3 or 4 months." After serving a few months behind bars, the issue of overcrowded jails played in YoungBoy's favor, leading to his early release. Back on March 3rd, Rich the Kid and DJ Academics already had an idea that his
Drake why be there right now. And I ain't gonna lie to you, because I was even looking at my Spotify like recap. Yo, I think hip hop is YB has to stay out of jail. Yo, we're thirsty for his. There's a it's more music with him. Wait on it.
However, YoungBoy's freedom may be short-lived, as he still has another pending case. He was wanted for skipping a court appearance, which led to additional charges so serious that the FBI got involved. Agents staked out his Louisiana mansion, waiting for the right moment to move in. Once YoungBoy left his home and got into his car, the FBI tailed him all the way to the highway before attempting a traffic stop. At first, he complied and pulled over, but as soon as an agent stepped out of their vehicle, he hit the gas and sped off. Weaving through traffic, he eventually turned onto regular streets, creating distance between himself and law enforcement. Then, in a desperate move, he ditched the car and took off on foot, an unfortunate decision given that he was wearing skinny jeans, designer shoes, a big jacket, and heavy diamond chains. The chase took a bizarre turn when a fan spotted YoungBoy running through their backyard right in front of a federal agent and snapped a photo. But despite his attempt to escape, it didn't take long for authorities to catch him. With 10 police cruisers, helicopters, and K-9 units tracking him,
You know, talk to us. Tell
As
us
soon
what
as we're done,
happened
as
or
soon as
not.
we're done with everything, we'll take off the handcuffs. Okay, but
I don't have a statement. I don't want to be detained in these handcuffs like this. I'm probably if I haven't committed a crime of that name.
okay. All right, give us a second, okay?
No one decision.
Hey, no one give a
So,
second.
you know, any statement, any voluntary statement?
Mr. Martinez, I don't want to give a statement. I don't want to be.
these were serious charges against YoungBoy, including speed racing, resisting arrest, and more. The judge didn't go easy on him, but with millions of dollars and top-tier lawyers on his side, he was
Out of California is a $540,000 bond. He put up $500,000 in cash. In addition, he put up as collateral 2 properties worth in excess of $1.5 million, and he has to wear an ankle monitor. However, he's not going to be on house arrest. According to the bond set by the California judge, he simply has to wear the ankle monitor, but is otherwise free to travel. Given that the California judge found that these circumstances are sufficient for a YoungBoy, why would a Louisiana judge find any differently? Louisiana judge is looking at the same facts, he's looking at the same charges, and he's making a decision under the exact same federal law. Sure, it's a different court and a different circuit, and the way the laws are applied varies somewhat. It shouldn't vary a lot. If this California judge said, hey, this much money and these restrictions are good, it would be very, very weird for a Louisiana judge to say, oh no, no amount of money and no restrictions. That would be very uncommon.
YoungBoy was granted a $540,000 bond in California, putting up $500,000 in cash and using 2 properties worth over $1.5 million as collateral. While he is required to wear an ankle monitor, he is not on house arrest. According to the terms set by the California judge, he is free to travel as long as he complies with the monitoring requirements. Given these circumstances, why would a Louisiana judge decide any differently? Both judges are looking at the same facts and charges under the same federal law. While the courts operate in different circuits and legal interpretations can vary, they typically don't differ drastically. If the California judge ruled that a certain amount of money and restrictions were sufficient, it would be highly unusual for a Louisiana judge to—
YoungBoy, soon we will be making music together. I'm a fan of YoungBoy music. Yeah, we gonna collaborate pretty soon and put on for our state, because when we do, I feel like this is gonna be one of the hardest collaborations ever.
Despite YoungBoy's extensive criminal history, it's surprising that he only received a 23-month sentence for his firearms case, which in reality ended up being just a few months. This should be a wake-up call for him to leave crime behind and focus on his career. However, it's unlikely he'll take that path. Earlier in his career, YoungBoy was focused on music and maintained good relationships with other artists.
We hiding. We were headhunters, man. Come on, man. Open their mouth, came to what it was, man. Oh.
They later collaborated on a song titled Up With My Butt. Their relationship soured after Jay accidentally shared an unreleased YoungBoy track on Instagram. YoungBoy was furious and immediately responded, commenting, "Delete this now. I don't know how you even got my song. I don't mess around like that." Although Jay tried to defend himself, insisting he wouldn't—
not able to defend his name, bro. And it be a lot going on within his name about him. And to me, bro, he a real stand-up dude. And it was just unfortunate how it happened. Like, he came to a person as a man.
What that? What you think?
It was funny to me. I mean, I feel like, it's not serious when it hit the net. It's funny. It's just entertaining.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Good song. Nice bars.